Test. Test.
That's it, 9, right? That was 9?
Yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? Samina Kaladini, please come to the center of viewing stand. Samina Kaladini, please come to the center of viewing stand. We have your identification card. Ladies and gentlemen, as a friendly reminder, please do not cross the parade deck. If you need to go to the other side of the parade deck, please walk around the parade deck. Thank you. enters the parade deck, we ask that you refrain from crossing the parade deck or crossing in front of the reviewing area. If you must cross, please go to the far ends. Once you have reached the seating area, we ask that you remain seated, keeping the area directly in front of the bleachers clear. Feel free to take photographs and videos from anywhere in the seating area. We ask that you silence all electronic devices. Please look around you and do not leave any trash. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we ask that you exit the parade deck behind the bleachers. Thank you. In 1921, Marine Band San Diego has thrilled countless millions throughout the world with its inspiring renditions of traditional and contemporary music. Each member of the band has completed recruit training and maintains combat skills, giving true meaning to the title Marine Musicians. Marine Band San Diego is under the leadership of Captain Randall Messinger, Band Officer, and Master Sergeant Frederick Kern, Bandmaster. Today, the band is led on the march by the drum major, Staff Sergeant Adam Chandler, and is under the direction of the enlisted conductor, Staff Sergeant Nathan Casey. Diego. The Marine Corps has played an active role in San Diego history ever since the Marines of the Group of War, Cyan, seized Old Town during the Mexican-American War in 1846. Marines have been stationed at the Recruit Depot since 1921, when most of the buildings rear front were constructed. These buildings, known as the arcade, were designed by world-famous architect Bertram Goodyear. The arcade inclusion on the National Register of Historic Places and are a standing example of Scottish colonial Bible architecture. Since 1923, more than 1 million Marines have completed their recruit training here at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. And since 1950, at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island in South Carolina. Regardless of where Marine has ended boot camp, you can rest assured they receive the toughest, most physically and mentally demanding recruit training offered anywhere in the world. Some individual techniques and methods may have evolved over the years, but the focus and adherence to our core values of honor, courage, and commitment are as strong today as any time in our history. Today, the Marines of Company G accept the responsibilities to safeguard this proud tradition as they step forward to join this rich heritage. Ahead of them lie bright futures that will no doubt add to the proud Marine legacy that they now rightfully claim as their own. Private First Class Bruno is a 1-year-old full-blooded English Bulldog born in Fallbrook, California on October 22nd, 2022. He is named after Major General Bruno Hochman, who at the time of his death was the first general officer killed during the Vietnam War. Major General Hochman was also the commanding general of the depot from November of 1963 to February of 1967. General Hochman was awarded the Distinguished Service Medal, the Legion of Merit with Combat B for Valor, the Navy Commendation Medal with Gold Star in lieu of Third Award, and the Purple Heart with Gold Star in lieu of Third Award. Private First Class Bruno continues the tradition of a long line of Marine Corps Bulldog mascots dating back to 1921, when Brigadier General Smedley Butler appointed Sergeant Major Jiggs as the first Bulldog mascot for Marine Corps Barracks Quantico. Private First Class Bruno is being escorted by the Office of Communication Strategy and Operations, Sergeant Jesse Carter Powell. Spiritual development plays an important part in the making of a United States Marine. Lieutenant Brad Guillory, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy, will deliver the graduation prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Let us pray. Eternal Father, some wonder all their lives if they have made a difference. These Marines do not have that problem. We are intensely proud of each of them and their noble accomplishment. We are grateful for all those who have sacrificed to bring them to this day. As they go forth, for God and country, flag and corps, and for one another, send down your blessings upon them, O God, that they may come through any ordeal with dignity. Semper Fidelis. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Take your post.
The Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, welcomes you to what is a historical event in the life of a Marine, their graduation from boot camp. Approximately 40 weeks each year for the past 100 years, new Marines have departed San Diego for service with units of the Marine Corps around the globe. The primary mission of the Recruit Depot is to provide basic training to recruits enlisted west of the Mississippi, which represents approximately 51% of all applicants in the Marine Corps each year. The depot is also home to Recruiter School and Drill Instructor School. All of our efforts here are geared toward one end, producing America's finest fighting force, the United States Marine Corps. This morning, Company G, 2nd Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment will form and march in the parade. Following the pass and review, the graduating Marines will return front and center of the reviewing stand for final dismissal. The staff for today's parade is comprised of Marines from the Recruit Training Regiment. The Commander of Troops is First Sergeant Joey Cruz, and the Parade Adjutant is Staff Sergeant Kalen M. Mace. The marching units are now being called to attention, and the Adjutant's command, Sound Adjutant's call, will begin today's parade. Marching in today's parade are 322 of the graduating Marines from Company G. Among the 322 Marines are 2 Marines who displayed outstanding performances in 2 individually graded events. Private William B. Padilla from Platoon 2,149 in the Company High Shooter, scoring a 337 out of 350. Private First Class Zachary T. Whetstone from Platoon 2,154 is the most physically fit Marine, scoring a 289 out of 300 on the physical fitness test and a 300 out of 300 on the combat fitness test. They will be receiving awards from the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. Present today is the Company Honor Graduates Recruiter, Staff Sergeant Tyler G. Cosa. Also present today is the primary marksmanship instructor with the platoon high shooting average of 213 out of 250 for platoon 2,149, Corporal Ryan Foster. Recruit training is comprised of subjects required to produce basic Marines who function effectively in garrison, are trained in rudimentary individual field and combat skills, and practice the personal and professional traits which is of self-control and self-willing obedience to orders, and the self-reliance to maintain or improve those traits which exemplify a Marine. Military parade, consistently demonstrating military presence and personal awareness, as well as the proper wearing and maintenance of uniforms. Esprit de corps, acquiring the common spirit of the Marine Corps that inspires enthusiasm, devotion, pride, initiative, teamwork, aggressiveness, determination, moral courage, integrity, camaraderie, and the burning desire to work with and for others towards excellence in common goals. For 248 years, Marines have fought and won whenever and wherever the nation calls, in the harshest conditions, over the most brutal terrain, and against the most formidable enemies. Marines defend the ideals of freedom with grit and tenacity. Although battlefields change and capabilities evolve, history proves that true victory comes from the individual Marine with instilled resolve, the drive to overcome any obstacle, and the warrior spirit to fight on against all odds. It takes that steadfast faithfulness, semper fidelis, to corps, country, and each other that abounds throughout our storied legacy. Marines today remain in combat or deployed throughout the world, confronting every challenge with courage, loyalty, and faithfulness. They are resolved to be the most ready when the nation is least ready, to defend freedom anytime and anywhere, to stand ready to aid those devastated by natural disasters, to pay tribute to those who have forged our proud legacy, and to honor the families and loved ones who faithfully stand beside us. For the Marines of Company G, today marks the end of the 13-week recruit training cycle. They have marched countless miles at Camp Pendleton as well as on this parade deck, and have been trained as alternates as basic riflemen. In addition, due to an intensive physical training program, their strength and endurance have doubled since their arrival aboard the recruit depot. They are Marines, qualified to take their places in the ranks of the world's finest fighting organization. The platoons are now being aligned from left to right in order to get them into their exact positions for the parade. The next portion of the ceremony will be our national anthem. We welcome veterans and members of the armed forces to join us in rendering appropriate honors with a military salute. For guests who have not served in the military, it is proper etiquette during the national anthem to place their right hands over their hearts, and for those in the audience wearing headgear to remove it. Will the guests please rise for the presentation of the colors? Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. At the command, post the colors. The color guard moves into position within the parade. This signifies that the entirety of the parade has been formed and is ready to be presented to the command. adjutant will give the command sound off, which signals the band to parade forward of the assembled Marines while playing military marching music. The parade adjutant now presents the assembled command to the commander of troops.
Hearing 2149, all present! Hearing 2153, all present!
Recruit Training Battalion, Marine Corps, Recruit Depot, San Diego, California, 26 April 2024. The officer of the day today is Captain Fred. The officer of the day tomorrow is Captain Sun. Five orders of G.S. Cutler, Colonel, United States Marine Corps.
At the command, officers enter march. All unit commanders and guidon bearers march to the front and center of the formation. Historically, it was at this point that commanding officers would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Following this, the unit leaders would face about, return to their units, and pass the information along to their Marines. Throughout our nation's history, millions of men and women have earned the title United States Marine. Many who have helped shape our history join us here today. In keeping with the tradition of once a Marine, always a Marine, we would like to recognize them. At this time, those in the audience who have served as Marines, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for their dedicated service to core country. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the battalion commander for 2nd Recruit Training Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel James R. Smith.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Brigadier General James A. Ryans, the Commanding General of the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, and the Western Recruiting Region, as well as on behalf of Colonel Peter M. Rumler, Commanding Officer of the Recruit Training Regiment, welcome to the graduation of Company G. To start, I'd like to recognize today's parade reviewing official, Sergeant Major Christy Valdez, whose impressive biography you will hear shortly, and who currently serves as a Sergeant Major of the Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 16 aboard Air Station Miramar here in California. Sergeant Major, thank you for joining us today. Thanks for all that you've done for the Marines, for this unit, and welcome back to the Gold Standard. I'd also like to recognize some special guests of the Commanding General, a group of educators from states across the Western Recruiting Region who've spent the past couple days intimately learning curiosity and spending time learning about us, and particularly thank you for what you do for the youth of this country. It's my distinct pleasure to speak to you this morning for just a few minutes to express both the pride and the gratitude which I feel for this formation behind me, and that begins with you, the friends and families of these new Marines. Thank you for trusting us with your loved ones. Thank you for your love and support on their journey to this momentous day, and thank you for your continued support in their new vocation. From all of us, welcome to the Marine Corps family. And speaking of families, seated to the right of the reviewing stand are the families of the Company G staff. And no one knows more than you the time and dedication that it takes to transform a civilian into a United States Marine. Sergeant Major and I are incredibly grateful for your sacrifice and your support, which enables these drill instructors and officers to perform this critical task. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me in a round of applause for the families of God's Company? You know, making Marines is truly a team effort, and at the forefront of that effort are Marine recruiters stationed across this great country. These men and women work tirelessly to identify, educate, and inspire the next generation of Marines. This legion of recruiters are represented today by Staff Sergeant Cossing from Recruiting Substation, Weatherford, Texas, who's responsible for guiding the company honor graduate, Private First Class Walker, into our Corps. And for any of you 17 to 28-year-olds out here, inspired by what you see, my honor recruiter has assured me he'll be available to speak to you immediately following graduation. Our other partner in the endeavor to make Marines are the instructors at Weapons Field Training Battalion, who teach the critical combat skills necessary to fight and win in any climbing place. They're represented today by Corporal Foster, the top performing marksmanship instructor from the rifle range. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our recruiters and our combat instructors. Well done, Marines. The last group I'd like to recognize certainly needs no introduction, but everyone knows the distinct campaign cover of a legendary Marine Corps drill instructor. And from the moment a recruit arrives here on the depot, there is a drill instructor with them, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, tirelessly instilling the qualities and esprit de corps of the United States Marine and leaving an indelible mark on those they lead. Trust me, your Marine will never forget the name, the face, or the sweet, gentle, tender, loving voice of their drill instructor. Would you join me in a final round of applause for the Marines who make Marines, the drill instructors? Well done, Marines, I'm proud of you. Now, these Marines behind me are on average 19-year-old high school graduates, and 2 have college degrees. They come to us from every state and territory in the Western Recruiting Region and 7 countries around the world, having emigrated from places like Bulgaria, Guatemala, and the Philippines. And when they raised their right hand and swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, they differentiated themselves from 99% of their peers. The Upon arrival here, these drill instructors forged them in the fires of martial discipline, shaping their minds and bodies in the mold of generations of Marines who have worn our cloth. These new Marines proved themselves worthy and capable of carrying heavy loads, long distances, over rugged, mountainous terrain, to be where they're needed, when they're needed, to accomplish any mission. Now, you may notice some change in your new Marine. They stand a little taller, look a little leaner, and sport an outstanding Marine Corps hairstyle. And moms and dads, I guarantee, they know how to make their beds. But the truly important change is the one which has taken place within, where they have been immersed in our core values of honor, courage, and commitment. And by virtue of standing here today, they have embraced them as their own. And it is because of this, because of the journey they have undergone, and because of the moral, mental, physical development they have displayed, that I am pleased to present 322 young men and women who can forever proudly claim the title United States Marine. And if you excuse me just a minute, I'd like to address the newest members of our Corps. Good morning, Marines. And Sergeant Major and I are incredibly proud of you. We've watched you learn, strive, and grow these past months, and we are pleased to welcome you to our ranks. You can be justifiably proud of what you've accomplished here. You earned your tan belt in our martial arts program. Some of you learned to swim in water survival training, and many overcame a fear of heights and confidence in obstacle course. You learned weapons employment to deliver precision fires on targets from a staggering distance of 500 yards, and in the final test, you completed the grueling crucible, where you were required to demonstrate exemplary character, physical and mental toughness, the ability to decide, act, and communicate, leadership, and a warfighter spirit. And every Marine, past and present, expects you to display those same attributes in your future trials. So having completed the most rigorous recruit training on this globe, you are ready to carry on our tradition as America's Naval Expeditionary Force in readiness. As you go forward on the next leg of your journey, I implore you to be safe, be smart, and make good decisions. Remember that eagle globe and anchor pressed into the palm of your hand represents 248 years of Marines who have come before you. You must always be worthy of that legacy and protect what you have earned. So on behalf of the Marines, sailors, and civilians here aboard the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, let me offer you a traditional naval parting of fair winds and following seas. Congratulations, Marines. Semper Fidelis, welcome to the Corps.
Now taking their position in the reviewing area is today's parade reviewing official, Sergeant Major Christy A. Valdez, Sergeant Major, Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 16. She is accompanied by Sergeant Major Amina T. Saracen, Sergeant Major, 2nd Recruit Training Battalion, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. Sergeant Major Valdez is a native of Jacksonville, Florida, and enlisted in the Marine Corps with Company N, 4th Recruit Training Battalion, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, South Carolina, in December of 2000. She completed MOS training as a ground supply administrator. Sergeant Major Valdez has served in a variety of challenging billets in numerous commands to include Fiscal Clerk and Fiscal Chief at Marine Aircraft Group 39. Customer Service Non-Commissioned Officer in Charge and Fiscal Chief at Supply Management Unit, Supply Company, 1st Supply Battalion, CLR 15. Drill Instructor, Senior Drill Instructor, and Chief Drill Instructor at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island. Senior Enlisted Advisor and First Sergeant at Inspector Instructor Staff, 3rd Civil Affairs Group, Great Lakes, Illinois. Battalion Sergeant Major at 2nd Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. Sergeant Major for Marine Wing Communications Squadron 38, Marine Air Control Group 38, Marine Corps Air Station, Miramar, California. In January of 2024, Sergeant Major Valdez assumed her current assignment as a Sergeant Major for Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 16, Marine Aircraft Group 16, aboard Miramar, California. Sergeant Major Valdez's personal awards include the Meritorious Service Medal, the Navy Marine Corps Combination Medal, and the Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sergeant Major Christy A. Valdez.
March to command and review.
The pass and review is a tradition within all military units, allowing the unit commander to formally inspect the unit under their charge. More than 1 million Marines have been trained here in the past 100 years and have departed San Diego for combat in conflicts around the world, including places whose names are immediately associated with Marine courage and dedication. Names such as Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Pusan, Incheon, Chosin Reservoir, Quezon, Hue City, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, Somalia, Fallujah, Ramadi, Marja, Sangay, and our most current operations worldwide. This parade deck is rich in history and tradition, and no Marine trained here ever forgets its sights and sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, as the national flag passes directly in front of you, please rise. Once it passes, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Troops, First Sergeant Jody Cruz, and the regimental staff. Series 2,149. Lead Series Chief Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Enrique Dominguez III. And Platoon 2,149. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Marcus E. Walker. Honor Platoon 2,150. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Giovanni A. Bernal. Platoon 2,151. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Brenda E. Bellows. The regimental color guard is led on the march by the regimental color sergeant, drill instructor Sergeant Manuel J. Hughes. Series 2,153. All of Series Chief Drill Instructor Gunnery Sergeant Pierre E. Esperanza. And Platoon 2,153. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Sal J. Bustamante. Platoon 2,154. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Michael G. Williams. Platoon 2,155. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Kevin Bonilla Medina. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take the page 21 of your graduation campus, you will find the Marines Inn. The Marines Inn has a history dating back to 1859 and has a long-standing tradition for Marines to face the direction of music and stand at attention when it is heard. It is now directed that all Marines present who have served honorably, and ladies and gentlemen, you are all encouraged to join. Sing the words to the first verse as Marine Band San Diego performs Anchors Away, followed by the Marines Inn. Will the guests please rise? directly attributable to the magnificent efforts of the drill instructors and company officers who train and supervise the recruits. The distinct qualities of spirit and discipline, the heart and soul of every Marine have been developed, nurtured, and ingrained in recruits with an observant and relationship with the drill instructors and officers. Recruit training is the very foundation of the Corps. Each year, Recruit Training provides thousands of America's finest young men and women with the basic knowledge and skills to function in a profession characterized by its own set of high values and tough standards. The most important thing we do in the Marine Corps is make Marines. The individual Marine is the Corps. That is what we do here. For the Marines graduating today, the long, arduous journey of the last 13 weeks is but a small step into the future of the Marine Corps. As they prepare to fill the ranks of our Corps, they do so with unquestionable support for the high ideals and standards of the United States of America and the United States Marine Corps. Although Company T prepares for their final dismissal from duty, their initial training is not over. Soon after graduation, they will report to the School of Infantry at Pendleton, California, where they will continue to be trained to serve as an effective member of the Marine Rifle Squad. The intense initial training that every Marine undergoes is designed to instill the fundamental premise that every Marine is a rifleman. Responsible for ensuring the success of the difficult transition required to become a Marine. The company commander is Captain Taylor Z. Meade. The company first sergeant is First Sergeant Joey Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the company staff of Company G. The next portion of the ceremony will be the traditional function of retiring the guidons.
Guys! Center! Put!
The guidons have been carried by the platoons throughout recruit training and are being retired to symbolize the disbanding of platoons. All similar units in the Marine Corps carry such guidons, which identify the unit or source of pride to each individual member. Note that the honor of carrying these guidons is bestowed upon those Marines who displayed outstanding leadership qualities, motivation, and character, and were selected as the platoon honor graduates. The platoon honor graduates compete for the titles of series and company honor graduate. They are considered the top Marines graduating today and have demonstrated the highest potential for future leadership and responsibility in the Marine Corps. The guidons will now be returned to the drill instructors. be presented a plaque by the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel James R. Smith, and the battalion Sergeant Major Amina T. Sarake. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until all undergraduates have been recognized.
Present oars. Order oars.
The honor graduate for platoon 2149 is Private First Class Connor S. Rosendale from Seward, Nebraska. The honor graduate for platoon 2150 is Private First Class Marquise T. Williams from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The honor graduate for platoon 2151 and the company honor graduate is Private First Class Emily B. Walker from Ventura, California. Private First Class Walker is also the recipient of the Chesty Puller Award for her outstanding meritorious performance while in recruit training. The honor graduate for platoon 2153 is Private First Class Rafael Orendine from Coro de Casa, California. The honor graduate for platoon 2154 and the series honor graduate is Private First Class Zachary T. Whetstone from Princeton, Texas. And the honor graduate for platoon 2155 is Private First Class Jesse I. Howard from Fallbrook, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor graduates of Company G.
Company first order.
The company first sergeant will now give the command to the senior drill instructors to dismiss their platoons. Needless to say, this will be the most welcome command they have received throughout recruit training.
Senior drill instructors, dismiss your platoons! Aye, first sergeant!
across the parade deck and utilize the fire lines. Pick up any trash and personal belongings around and utilize all waste receptacles. Please start making your way towards the parking lots. Utilize the wall. How bleachers you could be